Hola amigos, and welcome to another Bring a Blanket live writing and productivity sprint. Today is a very special episode where we play an extra game during the sprint, and this game is Please Locate the Nasty Smell in Emma's Kitchen. I have been playing by myself for quite a while. I have covered many possibilities, but there are still more to go during the sprints today. So I'm hoping you guys will be able to join along and will enjoy the game as much as I am, because there's nothing that I love more than a really nasty smell that you just can't find where it's coming from. So that's going to be great. There are lots of people here today. If you haven't been to one of my sprint sessions before, I generally go for about 3 hours, and we do 25-minute sprints with a little bit of chat in between. I'm happy to do different length timers if people would prefer those, and we will be using the kitten timer from SD Houston, which she kindly made me a special copy of just for me. You guys don't have one. Right, let's have a look. You guys got here early. So SD came in really early because she's not going to be able to stay properly, but thank you so much for leaving this up for the watch time. Much appreciated. May the 4th be with you and with you. And Mama Maggie is here. Hello. Mama Maggie was just saying yesterday that she was sorry that she hadn't been able to make any of my sprints, and I think I guilted her into coming today. Dreaming Truth is also here. Hello, how are you? And the wonderful Linny Sprinkles, everybody's favorite very prolific writer. How are you? How's your head today, Linny? Let's see. Oh, we've also got Delara here. Hello. I do like your thumbnail, profile picture, whatever you call it. You look very pretty in it. Who else? There's so many comments. Thank you, guys. Although I do kind of feel like you were having fun without me. I should have signed in earlier so that I could hang out with you guys before the stream as well. The wonderful Panda is here. Hello, Panda. Why are you doing an elbow cough? You better not be sick. Panda hurled a book at the like button. Thank you very much. Yeah, it really does make a difference if you guys remember to book the like button for me. I really appreciate it. Andy's excited that we're playing a game. I don't think he realized that it wasn't all that fun a game. Linny Snow says it's probably the sink. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. It has been quite nasty there. But so that I got the rest of the kitchen cleaned, I was purposely leaving the sink till last, you see? Big brain moment. Bonnie, hello, Bonnie. How are you? And Cliff is here. Hello, how you doing today? Delar is asking, how was teaching? It was actually really good. I did like a little vlog about it. It was funny because I was so nervous. I must have checked that my bag was packed properly about 15 times. And then even when I was doing it, even though I was enjoying it, there was a big plate of biscuits and chocolates and stuff, nice chocolates. And I just didn't want any of them, which is so unlike me. Normally the focus would have been the chocolate and the biscuits. But yeah, but everybody was really sweet and really lovely. And yeah, it was good. And I think most people are going to come back. There was a waiting list. So if some people don't come back, it's fine. There's other people. One lady, though, she said she was 82 and really hard of hearing. And she could hear me fine because of where she was sitting, but she couldn't hear everybody else when they were kind of speaking. So she said she enjoyed it, but because she couldn't hear what other people were saying, she wouldn't come back. But there we go. Hopefully somebody else will be able to take her place. And Stacey is here. Hello, Stacey. What's everybody working on? Let me know what you're working on and how you are and any information that you have that I might enjoy. Richard, I meant to tell you another word. Have you got discombobulated on your best words list? Because I would like to suggest it as a cool word if you haven't already. Hello, Laura. How's your medical coming along? I hope that's good. Anne is here. Hello, friends. I don't know if you're still here, Anne, but just so you know, I asked Martin his age and he told me, even though he wouldn't tell you. So Yabu sucks. Delilah is saying thank you for the compliment. Thank you for being an attractive person coming to my stream. It's nice. I like it. Linny says no headache, migraine. Yay! Which is nice since I'm jamming to a playlist. Oh yeah. Yay, Guy is here. Hiya. I am here. Fantastic. Are you going to be able to hang? Easy Graphics says elbow cough is a dab. I'm so old. I'm fed up of like hanging with you younger people. I want some older people around, please. I'm feeling old. RC said dabs are no joke. What, you think people could get like injured? RC says school mom, Emerson, have a biscuit. Well, I would do now if I had one. I did have a nice one earlier, actually. It was this like little oaty thing with milk chocolate on. It was yummy. I recommend. Nadim is here. Hello, Nadim. It's been a while. How are you? What are you working on today? Mama Maggie says, just a tiny bit of guilt, but no migraine today. That is awesome. I'm so pleased. Yes, yes, Richard. May the 4th be with you too. Yes. We're debating whether to watch something Star Wars-y later, but we're all pretty busy, so we don't want to like do a whole film, but we were thinking maybe like an episode of something. So what's your favorite kind of Star Wars series, everyone, that you think we should watch an episode of? We were thinking Visions, Star Wars Visions. I don't know if I've even seen any of that, but that was what one of my kids suggested that we watch a bit of. And discombobulated will be considered. Oh, yeah. I try to use that in each of my novels. I just think it's fun. Mama Maggie says, finishing Elm. What's Elm? Or is it ELM? And trying for a 10K Thursday. Woo! Nice. Right. So Anne says, I'm good, thank you. Also, is this where the line of your German is drawn? Oh, I think that was at Panda, wasn't it? Richard says Martin is old. No, Martin is not old. I am much, much older than Martin. Okay, so you can't say he's old because I would be ancient if he's old. As a Jedi, every day is May the 4th. You're not a Jedi. I'm sorry, you're not. I am, you're not. Actually, I'd be an Ewok. Small and hairy. Kind of annoying. That would be me. And Mama Maggie is suggesting apoplectic. I don't know. Our international man of mystery, Panda. I cannot date that one. I'm going to have to find out how old he is. I'll just nag him. That normally works with Panda. I'll just nag him in a private message. It will be fine. And says I would just continue to call him ancient until he tells me that's fine. That's legit. Stacey says, I spent the last few weeks working on a sermon. I'm giving Sunday. It is done. And while I do need to write a longer, more in-depth version, the rest of this week is for fiction work. Awesome. That's nice. It's great when you finish a project. I finally finished a project today that I was working on, not a writing one, like an editing one. And it was really good to get that sent off. RC is running errands. Take us with you, please. Richard sent a list to his words. I'm not filling in a suggestion form. Fill it in yourself. It's your list. And Anne says, you are young. You're very young. It's silly. You shouldn't even be allowed internet access. Stacey says, I'm older and I don't get dabbing either. No, it's silly. Oh, so Panda is about the same age as Elma. Interesting. Okay. Mama Maggie says, I'm old with teens, so knowing all the Mimi things is like a second language. Yeah. They'll just come up to me and be like, what's Gucci, my gamer? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Teenagers, am I right? Richard loves a good dab. Yeah. We should go dancing. We should show the young'uns some moves. Laura says, I think I'm a similar age to you, Emma, but let's not get into the specifics. I'll message you. I want to know. See, there are not many lines around those eyes in your profile picture. I'll zoom into it later and check. Oh, Panda, you're such a charmer. Absolute charmer. And RC says, I've earned my half century plus. Yay, leveling up. That's what we call it. Smooth peanut or almond butter for me. Oh, you and your smooth stuff. That's so weird. So weird. Okay, Inka is here as well. Hello, Inka. How are you? And yeah, Anne is saying because Panda's German is rather limited, but he's using it. It's all good. It's okay. We can't all speak all the languages. Yeah. He says I'm R2D2. Yeah, probably kind of noisy, going places I'm not supposed to, kind of annoying, beeping. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. Richard says, I'm Jabba the Hutt, but I have lost 1.5 stone since December. Well done. That's really good, especially with all of these harvesters and things that you seem to be enjoying all the time. So you can be Luke now if you like. Apparently, Mama Maggie says almond butter and maple syrup on French toast is good. That does sound amazing, actually. Right, we need to get started here. Guys, stop chatting so we can do some work. And Sophie is suggesting that you don't really need more than a greeting and swear words for a language. Yeah, fair enough. Oh my God, Andy, why do you always have to be so mysterious? For heaven's sakes, message me and tell me, okay? Right, okay. Where are we going? Arschloch is my personal favorite. It's a mouthful. That sounds like a naughty word. Yeah, and I have no idea if I even said it right. You got me to say asshole on my stream. That was mean. Oh my goodness. Okay, right. I'm officially starting a sprint because otherwise we're not going to get any work done. Okay, but I'll put up the messages as we go and we can comment on them afterwards. Okay. And my son's trying to show me a message, but I can't see what it is. Anyway, okay, we're going to be all productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. How did that one go for you guys? Were you productive and awesome? I was kind of productive. I was on YouTube actually, and I visited the other streams that are on at the moment. There's a couple of other streams going on. I'll pop the links in the next sprint if anybody fancies going to do some stream hopping. And I was making a list of the videos that have come out recently that I need to watch, because I really like to try to support as many author tubers as I can. Obviously I can't watch everybody's videos, but I do my best to watch as many as possible. So let's have a look and see where we are. I know that Anne left. That's my doggy shaking. Where were we? I can't remember. I was saying to Richard that he'd done brilliantly, losing all the weight that he has, and how cool it is that he's also able to treat himself. So that's cool. And Joanne was saying that she's doing well, but feeling a little bit under pressure, doing some client work that's due at noon, an hour and 30 minutes. I'm supposed to come up with a question to ask, but it's hard due to overthinking. Oh, that is frustrating. Can we help? Can we come up with questions? And Panda had to head off. And Rachel came in and she's hugging the like button. Stream hoppers unite. Yeah, absolutely. And Cliff said, I finished some alpha comments on a piece of work I was sent 2 months ago. The guilt was consuming me. Tut, tut, tut. Just think how much better you would have felt about yourself if you'd done it earlier. And and Sam popped in as well. Oh, I'll come to Musical Maggie in a minute. I don't know why that one popped up. Yeah, Sam popped in. Sam is streaming at the moment. Sam, if you're still here, pop a link to your stream down below. Otherwise, I'll do it when I have a second. And Nadeem says, my dad is going to start your 3rd book, Her Perfect Hero. Oh, cool. That's a funny one. I like that one. Stacey says, since I wrote for an hour with ninja writers before coming here, I spent the first sprint doing little things like starting laundry and sent out a text, got water, and started cleaning my office. Awesome. Well done. Delara got 256 words. Very nice. Very nice. Stacey says, so I was productive in a non-writing aspect. Next sprint back to writing. Yeah, everybody does whatever they like here. That's part of the fun. Musical Maggie is here. Hello. Thank you so much for coming again. And says, I'm up to 2,669 and 11 pages, 1 page more and roughly 300 words from where I started when I hopped in. I'm in the middle of editing my lit review. Very cool. Very productive. Loving it. And Inka read through 2 scenes, making developmental edit notes. Awesome. Mama Maggie says, my rural internet hates Discord. Yeah, my internet hates Skype. It hates it more than anything in the entire world. Oh, thank you, Mama Maggie. So that is a link to Sam's stream if you want to do a little bit of stream hopping. And Richard's being helpful again today. That's so kind. Oh, and Heather's stream. I didn't realize that Heather was streaming as well. I'll pop over there in the next sprint. Bonnie is commiserating with Mama Maggie. How are you feeling today, Bonnie? I just saw that you hadn't been feeling well yesterday. I saw your community post thing. Are you feeling better today? I hope you are. I didn't realize you'd be continuing doing your writing prompts. For some reason, I thought that it was just be for April for Camp Nano, but that's cool. That's cool. You must have a lot of prompts to provide, which is awesome. I'm not very good at coming up with prompts. I just, for my writing class yesterday, I just got a load of prompts kind of from the internet, and they worked really well. Everybody really liked them, actually. I got them in lots of different genres so that there'd be something hopefully for everyone. Bonnie is saying she's feeling a little better. Awesome. And Mama Maggie says, estimated time for the improvement of service is a decade because they are building huge developments between us and the city. Oh, that must be so frustrating. I mean, I don't know if rural Wales will ever get decent internet, to be honest. Yeah. Where we lived before this was a farmhouse, and it was really in the middle of nowhere, and we couldn't get any form of broadband or anything. It was a bit of a nightmare. Lenny says, back, didn't do anything this sprint, took it as a break. Well done, Lenny. Proud of you. Bonnie says, I didn't do Camp Nano because I'm still working on the last 2 Nano projects. No, but some people, like Margaret Pinard, her kind of Nano goal, her Camp Nano goal was to do a short every day for the month and post it on YouTube. So I wondered whether the prompts were a similar thing, that you were going to do a prompt every day to go on there. So yeah, that was what I was wondering. So yeah, I'm not sure what else I'm going to be working on, actually. I haven't really had a chance to think. I will make a to-do list in the next sprint. I'll go and check on that smelly kitchen again. Yeah, and make a decision. I'm thinking I've got quite a few projects on the go from camp, haven't I? The one that will be quickest for me to finish will be the little book that I'm writing about Twitter for authors. So I'm wondering whether I should focus on that for a few days and kind of get the final draft done so that I can move forward with one of them. It seems like a sensible thing to do, because it would be good to kind of finish them and do something with them. I think, yeah. And Rich is going, Captain Pin, yeah, but she's not here. Don't get excited. She's not here. She's probably running again or something. That's what she was doing last night. And Mama Maggie says, I did Camp Nano finish month. Oh, cool, because I must finish. Oh, cool. Good idea. And Dreaming True says, I have 7 scenes I need to get through with revisions. Nice, nice. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. My favorite part of writing is definitely the drafting and coming up with the ideas. That is the best, in my opinion. I'm not so good at the fiddly bits. Okie dokes. Let's get this timer back up then. And we will start another sprint. Let's get all productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hello, how did that go for you guys? Was that our second one? Yeah, that was our second one. I hope it was good for you. Let's see where we were in the chat. Let me know if you have any word counts or anything that you want to share. The good news is it was definitely the sink that was causing the bad smell, and that has now gone. And also my downstairs now smells lovely, because in a fit of craziness, I cleaned like the utility room and the downstairs loo, as well as the kitchen. And I like cleaned the food recycling bin and everything. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Bonnie says there's a Judy Bloom masterclass today. Or is that just something that you're doing? Is that like on the masterclass website? I used to love Judy Bloom so much. It was one that was really naughty, and I think every teenage girl kind of read the ones for younger kids and then like picked up the naughty one from the library, and it was a bit like I loved Deanie. Deanie was really good. And of course, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And that's been made into a film that's coming out this summer, hasn't it? So I'm really looking forward to that. It should be a good film. Linny left to get a sandwich and some chips. Apparently, I was very hungry. Yeah, we need to know what sandwich you had, all the details. I'm hungry as well. Maybe I just didn't eat enough for lunch. Maybe I'm just greedy. That's more likely to be the case. She talks a lot about writing for younger readers. Very interesting. Cool. And Laura says, I go through phases of wanting to write a middle grade and then realizing I'm not that good at it. Oh, it's all practice, isn't it? Stacey had a tragical story. I had to close and reopen my writing program. I lost words, giving myself a moment to mourn them, and then I will start again. So it was, thankfully, it was only about 150 words, but it's still not good. Good. I use Google Docs, and that's pretty good. I don't think I've lost any words since using Google Docs. Maybe I just haven't realized. And Nicole is here. Hello, Nicole. How are you today? What are you up to? And Mama Maggie reckons that Star Wars isn't sci-fi, it's sci-fan. Fair enough, because I'm not really into sci-fi, but I do love my Star Wars. Oh, and Laura Gomez is reminding me, yeah, that book was called Forever. Did the same thing happen to you? Did you read like Fudge and Deanie and Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and what were the other ones? Yeah, Deanie was definitely my favorite. There was one with like 3 friends that I really liked as well. I can't remember the name, but then you pick up Forever, and it was like, it was for older readers, let's put it that way. We all learned something. Stacey says, I literally lost all the words I had written that sprint. Yeah. And the next sprint needs to eat lunch. Very important. You don't want to be writing hungry. Inca says, finish my read through quota for the day. Well done. Nice. Got 53 words. Cuppa, yeah, I got a cuppa as well. And drag the child out of bed for schoolwork. Cool. Or do you home ed? I didn't know that. I also sorted out my washing. I needed to move washing around and stuff. And Linny had a bologna and Colby jack cheese sandwich with mustard and sour cream and onion chips. That sounds like the most American lunch ever. I love it. Still working on the snack pack of chips, though. I lost interest in them. I've never lost interest in a packet of crisps in my life. Crisps are life. And Richard says, what are you writing in, Stacey? No autosaves. Yeah, that's the great thing about Google, isn't it? Google Docs. Laura says, oh, yes, I remember there being one thing called Ralph. Yes, it's all coming back. It's all coming back. And Stacey says, I use Open Office. I like having a copy on my computer and not just in the cloud. Yeah. El Bull says, hi, I saw a cat this morning. Yay! I think it might have been a stray. Doing some cleaning today. My desk and little arts and crafts space are really messy. Last night, I was picking my youngest up from something, and I took the dogs with me because they may as well have like an extra walk. Anyway, so we're walking back, and I saw an actual cat being rescued because it had climbed up and got stuck in an actual tree. I literally thought that only happened in Fireman Sam, but it happened in real life here in Wales. It wasn't that far up because they didn't need ladders or anything, but it was still very, very exciting. Great moments. Then he says, I get full too quickly now, so the chips will be eaten just a little later. Fair enough. Richard works in Word, Scrivener on my desktop, but it's constantly auto-saving to the cloud, which is the best of both worlds. Yeah. And then I also email. I use Google Docs. I change it into a Word doc, and then I email it to myself as well. I have the fear. It's because I know so many writers, so I've heard so many horror stories. Laura Gomez uses OpenOffice too. And Scrivener as well. Cool. Richard says, I pay for Office. You're so swanky. I just use the free one online. And Laura Gomez says, oh, poor cat. It was fine. It seemed pretty unperturbed. It wasn't even that high up. Like, I suspect it would have just got itself down. I think people were getting overexcited, possibly too many episodes of Fireman Sam. Richard says, worth it, in my opinion, for the 1 terabyte of cloud storage. Yeah. It's amazing how that storage gets filled up, isn't it? Which is why I always try to delete things when I finish them, because this is like a major problem for the planet. All the energy is being used to store all of this stuff that we don't need anymore, like random old emails and old files and things like that. We need to clear them. Stacey says, I heard the best way to use Scrivener is on a Mac, and I have a PC. It sounds too complicated for me. I kind of see people like doing videos and stuff about it, and I'm just like, nah. That would scare me. Richard says, used to be that way. Scrivener 3 for Windows is just as good as Mac now, so it should make no difference. Oh, cool. Stacey says, I considered using Google Docs, but I make a new copy for every draft, and I think it would use all my space quickly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about these tech things really. Scrivener looks complicated, but you can use it as much or as little of Scrivener's features as you want. Yeah, and it's pretty adaptable. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I'm pretty basic girl. And Linny says that Scrivener is pretty easy to use. I can't use Google Docs because it would keep crashing on my larger documents. Well, your documents are huge; they're much bigger than mine. Has to be said. And Laura says, I like that the scene/chapters are separate on Scrivener, so you can move them around. You see, I don't need to do that because I literally start at the beginning and work my way through to the end because of bad experiences writing my first and second books. I didn't do that, and it just took me so long to edit them. It drove me insane. So now I'm like really regimental that I don't let myself kind of go back and forth and things. Mama Maggie says, my internet is too unreliable to use Google Docs for more than sharing bits to people with better internet. Oh, but because I use it offline. You can use it offline sometimes, can't you? That's what I try to do when I can. And it saves it all and stuff, isn't it? Richard always finds room for Excel in my workflow. You do love a spreadsheet, don't you? Very strange. Al uses LibreOffice, but I miss using Microsoft Word. Richard's, yeah, I pay for Word because it's industry standard track changes. Yeah. So I was really worried when I first started using Google Docs, and then I got my my edits and stuff back from my editor. I was like, I can't do it properly because I haven't got Word that will do the track changes and show me the comments and things. Yeah, so I just use the free one online and then upload their document to that, and then I can do it all and then just download it again and send it to them, and it works fine. Oh, Emma Pobb has experience with this as a trad pub author. Yeah, everything needs to be in Word. You're just apparently I'm just too sensible for Scrivener. No, I don't know. I just think that it would distract me. I don't need all of these things. I just need, like, a blank file on the screen and just to write. I don't need to separate things and move things around. Stacey says, I will admit that I miss Microsoft Word. I grew up using that. The last time I bought was the 2007 version. Yeah, old school. I use spreadsheets too because of my family history, organizing the dates and people I need. Oh, that sounds fun to look into. Spreadsheets before bed sheets. You're just saying silly things now. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. It wasn't that funny. And then he just carries on. ML Bull says LibreOffice isn't as good, but you actually can still do track changes. Yeah, you can, but it's not compatible, because that was what my husband wanted me to use. But when my editor sends me the actual document and they've got all the changes and the comments and things that they need me to go through, I can't do it on LibreOffice, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong, because like I say, I'm completely useless with this type of stuff. Mama Maggie says, I pay for Office with Word and all the stuff for child's school and my writing. It comes with Grammarly plugin. Grammarly is great. I love Grammarly. I always advise, like when I'm doing, I do reading for the Romantic Novelists Association's New Writers Scheme. And when I'm doing my report, I always just recommend that Grammarly is used, because there's always lots of little mistakes and Grammarly would have picked up a lot of them. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, Mama Maggie says, I miss Apache Write, but it isn't compatible with anything anymore. Sad times. Love talking writing texts, Richard. Yeah, I'm not a tech person. I mean, this is cool, but I'm not actually going to buy anything new. Emma has heard my clicky keyboard. It's so noisy. I possibly wouldn't want one as noisy as that, but it would be fun to have a proper clicky keyboard. I do need a new computer mouse, because I'm not very gentle with it, because I use a laptop and I move it around a lot. And so, like, the mouse, it doesn't look like it's going to last much longer with its connection, to be honest. So I need to order a new mouse at some point. Okay, right. Let us get back to the little kittens. There's so much going on behind the scenes. You can probably hear some of it, but there's like dogs, there's children all the way around. They're all bonkers. You can probably hear little dog paws on the wooden floorboards. Tell you what, once you get wooden floorboards, you never go back to carpets. It's amazing. It's my last thought before our next sprint. Let's be all productive in 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go. how did that one go for you guys? I know we had some new people coming into the chat, which is very cool. I'm still I haven't done any proper writing. I'm sort of doing other things that I needed to do, but that's cool. It's all stuff that needed to be done. Maybe I'm just not in a very righty place at the moment. Let's see where we were up to. I apologize for any of the doggo noises. They are absolutely determined that it's tea time and they're just like pacing by me. So that's fun. There was lots of chat going on. Bum, bum, bum. We were talking about clacky keyboards. I know, but where did we get up to in the chat about the clacky keyboards? Oh, right. Well, I think this is about where we were. So Nicole was asking, should I try to write or still stay on my break that I promised my writing coach that I'd be on? She said, work hasn't been the best the past few weeks. I'm sorry about that. So I need a pick me up or something. So I said, like, if you feel like writing, then write, you know, if you think it would help, maybe do some journaling or something. Mama Mackie said the Story Detective has a few videos on computer keyboards made like only typewriters. Made like old typewriters. That sounds cool. So Nicole decided to pull up a document and see what happens. Great choice. Richard was asking if I touch type. And I was saying that no, not properly. So my grandfather gave me my first computer. I think I was about 16. And I think he must have given it to me, I think, like this little book. And I can remember like doing the exercises in the book. Because in those days, we didn't go on the internet or anything. There wasn't internet back in the dark ages. So I did have a couple of little games I used to play on it, I know. But yeah, I did do some of the book, but I didn't work all the way through it. But I'm okay. Like, I'm not the fastest typer, but I'm kind of fast enough for me, I think. Maybe I was faster at university. I think I got quite fast at university when I needed to write a lot of essays and things. And there's a link to the type of clickety-clackety keyboard that Richard uses there. And his is vintage, technically made in 1992. And Richard says, some writers have a particular Parker pen they like to use when writing. I am the same, just I use a 31-year-old IBM Model M keyboard when drafting. A lot of people are buying up those, are they called Alpha Smarts, Neo Smart things? They're like little tiny things that you can type on, and they reckon it's absolutely fantastic because they don't have internet or anything, so they just go bop, 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 bop. I'm guessing that you then download it onto like a drive or something and get it up onto a computer, but apparently it's really good for doing a first draft anyway. But they go for quite a lot of money now because so many writers use them and have been saying how awesome they are, that the prices have just skyrocketed. Richard says, I would love a typewriter for the retro aesthetic, but getting the words into my computer would be a challenge. Also, those things are full hand workouts. Yeah. And Laura suggested that Richard needs a full-time secretary to transfer them. So Richard was asking for volunteers, and I know that Just Eva is going to be on the lookout for a job soon. So there we go. It could be a match made in heaven. Richard says, one of my favorite authors is the late James Herbert, British Stephen King, and he would handwrite his horror books for his wife to type up. The what's her name? Jill Mansell, who writes kind of romantic comedies, women fiction things. They're very good, actually, but she handwrites them completely in a notebook, and then she gives them to her daughter, who types them up for her still. So, yeah. And I was saying that I had an Insta message which just said, you're lovely, like that, which, yeah. And I pointed out, like, have they got any idea that the way to a writer's heart is actually correct grammar? Stacey says lunchtime, and I got the laundry switched over. Cool. Richard says, but Emma, you are lovely. Yes, I am lovely, but not when it's put like that. Then I turn nasty if correct grammar isn't used. Laura was saying, I'm assuming you can't use the word Google in a published book, but I use it a lot. Yeah, like she Googled where to go or whatever. Yeah. I think it's absolutely, well, I'm presuming it's absolutely fine because my publishers never changed it. They just Googled. Martin is saying, hi, Laura's. Hi, Martin. And then you didn't say anything else, really, did you? Richard was saying, in Price War, I tried to make up some in-world equivalents to Google. So Twitter became ReTube, which I loved. YouTube became YouView, etc. And Nicole, 205 words for chapter 7 and on to the next chapter. Yay! Richard said there's a scene in the book set at Pizza Champion, not Pizza Express, and I suggested it should be Pizza Pronto, which I was quite proud of, actually. And he says, try saying it in an Italian accent, Pizza Pronto. What's wrong with that? I don't know. Lula Reed's popped in. Lovely to see you again. And Lula said, I've been in webinars all day, all week. I took so many notes. My fingers hurt and my arm cramped first time in years. Yeah, 3-hour exams at uni used to do that. And Ty is here. Hello, Ty. Thank you so much. Where are we? Lula is having some chocolate milk, but expected it to taste like mocha. Definitely not mocha. Everybody's saying hello. Mama Maggie got 266 words, which is awesome. And Ty is great, which is also awesome. And Lula loves doggy noises. Well, just as well. You definitely get them here. Stacey got most of my lunch eaten, so I'm ready to get back to writing and recreate those lost words from earlier. I also got some more of my office, my desk cleaned up. Nice. Nicole got 502 words written. That's awesome. Did you enjoy it? That's the main thing. Did it make you happy? Inka chatted with her critique partner for a bit. And Mama Maggie says, I remember buying an Apple from the school when they upgraded to Apple IIs. Cool. Richard, oh, yes, I'm aware of the Alpha Smarts. Yeah, they look cool. They do. They do look cool. Dilara says, I ate dinner and watched news. In the next sprint, I'm going to study Japanese. Very, very cool. Lula has 2 brands of pen. I like Zebra and Papermate. I was looking around if I had one. I've been using a Zebra one, and I've been really liking that, actually. ML Bull says, my first computer was a Gateway my mum had given me. And Inka has a clicky keyboard that glows. Can you put a link if you've got a minute? That would be so cool. Laura has an Alpha Smart. I never remember to use it. Sell it for a fortune on eBay if you're not using it. Free Ride Alpha Smart, says Richard. I believe they're being made again now. They should, because they've had so much publicity because of all these authors saying how brilliant they are. They should start making them again. Stacey said, I thought about an Alpha Smart, but I like having more of a screen, yeah, and I can turn my Wi-Fi off on my computer or go to a place where my computer will not automatically connect, yeah. I think a lot of people just, if they're going away for a writer's retreat or something, they just like to have this little thing and go. Elle loves typewriters, planning to get one for my birthday. That would be a very cool present, wouldn't it? Lula still doesn't have her first computer yet. Oh, you will. And Stacey says to Lula, the computer I took to college was a Gateway, though our first family computer was a Tandy. Oh, Tandies. My first PC ran DOS. I'm that old. Yes, yeah, maybe mine did as well, because it was secondhand. It was my grandfather's, and he gave it to me. So I would have had it in like 96. So he probably bought it in about 92, something like that. Yes, Mama Maggie points out Google as a verb. It's allowed because it's become a common word like Xerox did, yeah, or like Hoover. Oh, there we go. Which is that also Hoover became a generalized trademark for vacuuming, yeah. And apparently Google will be 25 years old this August, I think. Cool. I first started using the internet and email and stuff. Well, not really the internet, but email at university. That's when I got my first email address. It was my university email address. Nicole said, yes, I think so, but she enjoyed it. I had to read the previous chapter to know what was going on. Yeah. And Richard is having a great writing day. He says, I am up to 2,225 for the day. I did some earlier. Brilliant. And Nicole hasn't written for 3 months. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, it must be lovely to get back to it. Stacey says to Richard, I would run my gateway into DOS for quite some time because I remembered it. I think maybe I ran some Linux, but Windows won out, so I've forgotten how to. I was very young, yeah. Lula tried to live stream this morning, but YouTube wouldn't let me stream from a mobile because I don't have enough channel history. Yeah, I think you need to have a certain number of subscribers and stuff. But you can do it through, just go and set up a free account on Restream or StreamYard. StreamYard is what I find better and what I'm using now. And you're able to have so many hours of live streaming free, and then you stream from that to your YouTube channel. And Mama Maggie says, I almost bought a refurbished Alpha Smart, but I need the ability for the computer to read me what I wrote back to me. Sure. Oh, and there is a product link. I will be checking that out. Very nice. And she has multiple. That's so cool. Okay, I'm going to check both of those out when we go on the sprint. Okay, cool. Right. I will get to those other comments in a bit, but we really should start another sprint now because, well, I need to feed these dogs, I think. They're getting a little desperate. They're starved, they tell you. Okay, right, everybody. Let's do another lovely kitten timer sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. did you do, guys? How did you do? You'll be very glad to know that the lovely Hector and Paris have been fed and are no longer starving. They also managed to very briefly get into the food compost bin outside. So, yeah, they had a little snack as well. That's all good. I've got a frog in my throat. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, where were we? In the chat, I missed Stacey's comments. She said, I'm going to be a stone's throw from the original Hoover Company factory this evening. We did not call it hoovering around here. Yeah, I checked out Inca's keyboards. They're very nice. I especially liked the one to use with the tablet. I'd like something like that to use with my phone, I think. It's very, very cute. And the pink one's on sale. And I tend to try to get pink stuff so that my kids won't steal it. I mean, it doesn't work. They still steal it, but whatever. Nicole says, I'm the type of rare writer where if I'm at a certain stress level, I can't draft, but I can edit. Cool. And Laura is the same. There you go. Weirdos together. What can we say? And Richard was saying I should put a thing on my website of writing tech. I recommend you. I'm sorry. Stupid Alexa goes off at the same time every day, and I forgot to turn her off. Richard was going on his exercise bike for this one, so I hope that went well for you. Did you do the whole 25 minutes? Because that would be impressive. And Laura says, if I'm approaching a deadline, I cannot draft at all, but editing is fine. Cool. I'll just make this a quick break so that we can fit in one more sprint. Nicole said it's something about added work to create something new versus I already have something to work on. So it's easier. Cool. I think I always find drafting easier, but. And Nicole said there was a few writers that told me I could never not write every single day. Good for you. I can't, but it takes you months, not a full year to. It takes you months, if not a full year, to edit. So balance, absolutely. Yeah, everybody should just do what works for them. I think the key is knowing yourself and knowing when you work best and what you are capable of. Nicole had to get going. But she's got in another 109 words. So that is really, really cool. Lula will have access to a computer in a little while, so she might attempt to stream. Very exciting, very exciting. The first stream is always terrifying. Actually, they're all terrifying, I'll be honest. But Lula says, my house is so hot right now, I'm going to have to chill it a lot if I'm going to live stream later. Oh, good luck. Mama Maggie did 305 words. Well done. Awesome. And 305 calories burned for Thin Cliff. 135 peak heart rate. That's awesome. And very weird that you got the same number of calories as Mama Maggie did words. And Mama Maggie says, my redeemed demoness Faye is fighting to save herself after she fell into a pool of dark water. It is holding her like quicksand and whispering to her in the voices of her fear and resentment to smother her light. Oh, golly. Oh, yikes. Richard says, I will do the what I use thing soon. Yeah, that would be really cool. I think a lot of people would be interested in that, actually. And Richard says, I will be showering during the last sprint. Yes, we're all grateful for that. Okay, let me get that last sprint on so that we can fit one more in before the end of this stream. I am absolutely ravenous now. I cannot wait to get started cooking. Okay, let's be all productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I nearly closed down the StreamYard screen instead of the timer screen. Then that would have been fun, wouldn't it? That would have been great. I've timed this pretty well today, haven't I? Not bad at all. Proud of me. Let's have a look and see what you guys have been up to. Laura Gomez says, I wish it burned a calorie per word written. Mama Maggie agreed that would be great. Yeah, that would definitely get me writing more. Like my word count would absolutely go through the roof. But I probably would be eating while I was writing, just like I'd write that much. It would be beautiful. It would be amazing. Delara had to head off. And Joanne was saying, thanks for the sprint. Emma, sorry, I had to leave to help my mum with cooking and also do some client work. And she said that she did decide on the question that she needed to come up with earlier. Yeah. And Richard says, the plane has landed on time. Indeed, I'm not very good at times usually, but for some reason it's worked today. And Mama Maggie got 289 words. I'm guessing that Richard is now nicely showered now. So yay, well done. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are. It has been really, really fun. What a great few hours. Got lots of little bits done that I needed to, so that's cool. And then I'm gonna have supper and then do a bit of a writing session this evening, I think. So yeah, I will be back at the same time tomorrow, 3 p.m. British Standard Time. Make sure that Richard knew that I was saying it properly there. And I'm also going to be doing a live stream on Saturday, which I don't usually do, but I thought it might be fun to do one at the weekend. Yeah. Oh, ML says that she's still not done cleaning, but my desk is much better. Oh, cleaning is never ending, isn't it? It is the worst. Anyway, I am going to go and start doing some cooking now because I'm absolutely starving. All of my boys are out, actually. They've all gone to kayaking. So, yeah, but I will make sure that I have supper ready for them when they come home. And hopefully I will catch you either tomorrow or in a stream very soon. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bye for now.